Hello, welcome to Charley Speaks. We're speaking on parenting again today. As you can see, that is a passion that God has given me for our parents and our children. I am really quite concerned about what is going on with our kids, and I think we can do a lot to help with that. I think parents have more power in their hands than they realize, because parents are the ones that can make a difference. Those children God has given unto us are in our homes, and we can train them up in the ways of the Lord. I tell you something that God has brought to my attention just recently, and He used fruit to do that. There's an apple tree in our yard, and that apple tree has apples on it that has many specks on it. So a couple of things that I've learned about that in the past year. Number one, we treated the tree. So one of the trees in the yard this year produced apples that had less specks on it. In other words, those spots were actually areas where parasites had entered the fruit. Well, this we after treating the tree by spraying it, this year's apples were better, but they were not completely clear. And what I discovered recently here is that you must also treat the tree from the inside. That there is something that we must put around the root of the tree, the trunks of the tree, such that it can go in and impact the root. And that is what will actually help those trees to produce fruit that has less parasites. Now, that's fruit. But you are aware, many of you I'm sure are, that God used the natural to explain the spiritual. So what He said to me as they had me to look up at that tree one day is, look at those apples on that tree. And from a distance, they looked like they were fine. But when you got up close upon the tree, you could see that there were many holes in those apples that where the parasites entered that fruit. So, but then He said, and those apples are still on the vine. And that's exactly how it is with our children. The thought He gave was that our children, while they are still on our arms, that they are attacked while still there. So we have children in our households that are attacked by the adversary while they're still with us, while they're still hanging on our arms. Well, this year, as I was making apple pie with some of those apples, something else I discovered about those apples, and that is, for some of the ones that looked as though they were actually pretty good, when I cut the apple open, I found that parasite had attacked the seed in the apple. Didn't enter where it could easily be seen, but had entered through the opening where the stem is, but it went directly for the seed. And I thought, wow, Father, that is awfully powerful. So then what the parasite is doing is trying to destroy the seed. Well, that's what the adversary is trying to do. He is trying to destroy your seed. You know that your children are your seed, that is how God reproduces our world over and over. With everything He made, He implanted seed so that it could continue to reproduce itself. Same with our children. Our children are our seed. And if the adversary can destroy your seed, then he eliminates the fact that you can continue the line of growth with that particular child. So we want to do all we can do as parents to protect our children so that they are not harmed by the parasites of this world.